What's going on, guys? Alex here. We are back for another video, and I know it's been a while. In today's video, I'm going to cover what the hell I've been up to, what I'm doing now, and the main topic of the video is everything I know about lease option buyers, which might be my last video on the creative real estate side of things as far as the no money down, no credit needed type deals, all right, based off my experience. All right, so just to get into it, I've been on a journey, guys, as far as what the hell I want to be doing with my life, right? Not just for money, but for impact, for purpose, for passion, for drive, right? I want to find something that gets me out of bed in the morning, excited for the day. And I wasn't getting that with real estate. I've been an agent for about 10 years. I've been pursuing this business for a couple of years, the investing side of things. And I can't honestly say that I've enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I've managed to put some deals under contract, get some deals done, get paid, right? But I want to see what else is out there. So I've been searching. I've been buying courses. I've been digging into really the online side of things, right? I want to be able to do work from anywhere in the world, right? I want to travel more. I want to be more location independent. I don't want to be tied down to a local market, which real estate requires me to be tied down. Even with these lease option deals, guys, I need to drive out to the house. You're going to need to drive out to the house, especially in the beginning, to meet with sellers. Don't think you can do this virtually in the beginning. I think that's a lie. I think it's extremely difficult to do this virtually, especially in the beginning, because think about it. When a seller wants their problem solved, this is their house. This is their biggest asset. They're going to talk to an agent. They're going to talk to a professional. Eventually, they're going to talk to an investor, right? After they go through all those other routes. And the people that send them marketing, right, direct mail, Facebook ads, all that stuff, they want to see these people in person before they ever do some type of deal, right? Now, eventually, once you kind of scale things up, you can eventually have like an acquisition specialist to go out there and go on the appointments for you. But this is a people business, guys. This is a local people business that requires you to be local. Your business needs to be local. You need to build a reputation within it if you want to be successful, if you want to make the kind of money that we're talking about, right? So yeah, that's the truth of it, okay? And me, I figured, man, why not focus on something that's going to allow me to work from anywhere no matter what, right? And I've been looking into, building online courses, coaching, consulting, affiliate marketing, Kindle book publishing, high ticket closing, right? Closing impactful high ticket programs, and other things, right? There's Amazon FBA, there's all this other stuff that I've been learning about. And I've actually taken some actions towards some of these, right? And just kind of testing the waters. I've been dabbling in many different things to see what's the thing I want to go deep in for right now. All right, that's what I've been doing. And that's why I haven't been posted anything, because I've only found something yet. But yeah, so here's what I'm currently doing now, right? After doing a bunch of courses, right? Figuring out, kind of taking some actions on some of that stuff. And I started a YouTube channel called Self-Actualized Life because I'm passionate about really self-actualization. I'm passionate about becoming our best versions. I'm passionate about everything, right? When it comes to living your best life, right? That includes business, entrepreneurship, of course, that marketing, sales, and then that also includes being healthy, being strong, being in shape, right? Eating well. That also includes dating, women, relationships, right? Like I'm into being the best version of myself, right? That's what I'm about. So I started a different YouTube channel on that, but I figured why start from scratch? I already have an audience here, right? Why not just focus on this area of financial independence? Getting to where you're earning at least 100K, doing something that you enjoy from anywhere in the world, waking out of bed each morning, in love with what you're doing, right? That's what I'm about right now. So that's what I want this channel to be about for now. And what I'm currently doing now, guys, is I got an influencer, a personal development influencer that does men's coaching. And my role is to be an enrollment coach for them. So it's basically I'm selling a high ticket program, right? So they offer a $5,000 men's coaching program for 12 months. and then I basically enrolled them into the program. So I earn an 8% commission on that, and that's called high ticket closing, right? That's when you sell a high ticket program that hopefully you believe in and that you believe makes an impact. And I started at the beginning of this month. Now I actually have some experience doing this before. I kind of stumbled across it accidentally, being an agent for a successful real estate investor who does over like 100 fix and flips each and every year. He also has a lot of properties. He's a really successful real estate investor um, in the Massachusetts area, in my area, but he does all New England, and then he coaches people all around the country. Now, this was about 3 years ago when I was working for him as his agent, as his acquisition manager. And then I was booking a lot of appointments, right, when it came to actually booking appointments to go out to sellers and giving them a cash offer. And then if they didn't get the offer, if they didn't accept the cash offer, we then turned it into a listing, right? That was kind of the thing. And I was booking a lot of appointments, so he saw that, and then he offered me this position as far as, hey, you can be my, we didn't call it an enrollment coach, but I was basically like a closer for him, enrolling people into his coaching program, right? So that's how I got started. I got started in this before it was even a thing. Now I'm seeing like Facebook groups pop up, like ads coming at me, like high ticket closer, this type of stuff. So I figured, why not get back into it, right? I did it before. He stopped offering that program, and then I moved elsewhere, right? I went back to basically being an agent, what I've been doing, and that's why I stopped doing it at the time. But now I'm like, dude, that basically allows me to earn a pretty good income. I was earning about 6 to 10K given on the month just doing that, right, on the side. And if I can just earn, that same amount, right, let's call it 10K, doing that, then I can live anywhere that I want, right? Given it's a similar time zone, right? So let's be real. You have to be on the phone closing deals, right? So you have to be within a certain time zone that's similar to the clients that you're serving, right? So for me, that's anywhere in the U.S., that's anywhere Latin America, right? So that excites me. Anyways, that's what I'm currently doing now. I've been doing it for about a month, and it's gone pretty well. I've done about 6 this month, but the leads are starting to dry up. I'm not going to go into too much detail there, but just know that's what I'm currently working on, right? It's mastering that niche of high ticket closing, right? How to land an influencer, how to succeed at this, how to get to 10K, which I'm not at. I'll probably earn a little under 5K this month for my first month, right? So I'll keep you in the loop as far as how that's going. And keep in mind, this is the same type of stuff, right? We're talking about financial independence. We're talking about being able to earn a healthy income, ideally from anywhere in the world, right? From the comfort of your own home. That's what excites me about that journey. So it's a little different than the real estate side, but I'm kind of giving you why I'm making that transition, what I've been up to, what I'm doing now. In today's video, let's make the rest of this video about lease option buyers, okay? So lease option buyers. I have a bunch of documents here I'm going to share with you. This might be a longer video than most because it might be my last one. I want to make sure I give you a ton of value here for those of you that still want to pursue this business. Guys, if you want to pursue this business, go for it. It's only served me. It's only helped me, right? The reason why I got that job so quick, as far as an influencer, I applied to like 4 people. I applied to Tony Robbins. I applied to Sam Ovens. I applied to a couple others, and I got one of the ones that I wanted, like one of the first 4, because of my experience, right? Because of the experience I've gained through real estate, because of all the cold calling I've done, because of all the appointments I've done. This is easier, right? Like high ticket closing is so much easier than real estate. So if you can figure out a way to do some deals within real estate, then the world is pretty much your oyster, because this is a really hard sale compared to most other businesses. I just want you to know that. So here's the buyer side of things, all right? So first off, once you get a property under contract, right, I've already showed you the one-page agreement that you're going to use, that I've used to close deals. Now it's time to find a buyer. It's time to find a buyer, right? So what I've done is I just did everything online, right? Craigslist, Zillow, Apartments.com, Realio, and then I did signs in the area, which they didn't come from signs. Most of my leads came from the online stuff. Okay. So I'm not going to go into the exact what the ads look like. It's pretty, it's nothing special. It's just a simple ad saying, rent to own home, and then the price, and then I led them to my website where it led to a video. And here's how to qualify them. All right. So they're either going to come in from email, right? So if they email me, I'm going to send them to my video, all right away. If they don't watch the video, I'm done, right? Because you're going to get a ton of leads, guys. You're going to get a ton of people that just want to rent, number one, and then a ton of people who are just not qualified, right? They think it's a rental, or they just don't have a down payment, or they're not even qualified because they don't have a job, or they don't earn enough income to support the monthly, right? So you have to make sure you qualify people. My video qualifies them, all right? On my website, I had a video that went into depth as far as what I'm telling you here, and after they watch that, then they can get back to me, all right? So it goes direct to voicemail, reference them to the video, or they can just go, again, if they email me, I have my assistant email them to send them to the video. So they watch the video, right, on how the program works. And that video mentions that they're going to need a down payment, and they need to have income coming in, and who we help too, right? Like self-employed people, or if they have credit issue, we can help them too, right? That's kind of what the education piece is about. And then if they're still interested, shoot me a text, right? Once they shoot me a text, I get on the phone with them. That's when I get on the phone with them. And then as far as what to say, it's the buyer LOI. That's the next step form. That's the next step. Oh, here it is. So here's a simple script, right, on what to say. So first off, you want to confirm, right? The main goal is this: you want to make sure that they have a job. They need income, right? This isn't for someone who doesn't work. They need a certain amount of income, right? If the monthly is $2,000, they need to make at least $6,000. That's kind of my general rule of thumb, right, for them to qualify. And then a certain percentage, they need some money in savings too, right? They need to come in with at least 3% down of the purchase price, all right? So this is stuff that we talk about, not in the beginning, but at the end of the call, right? And then we'll go ahead and book the showing. So here's how I do it. I basically say, hey, are you calling for yourself or a family member? I want to make sure I'm talking to the person who's going to be living there. You'll be surprised by how many people call, I'm calling on behalf of someone else. I don't want to, have them call me direct. Can you tell me how many people it's for? I want to know, like, how big the family is. I want to know if they have dogs, pit bulls, that sort of thing. So that's kind of why I asked that. I want to get a good idea of what their situation's like. When are they looking to move? Because if they're looking to move in next year, then there's no reason to book an appointment at this time, Call me back when you see one of our properties a year from now, right? You want to make sure they're looking to move within ideally the next 30 to 90 days, I'd say, within 3 months, right? That's ideal, especially if it's vacant. The sooner the better, right? But a lot of times the owner is going to be living in the home, and then you work with the owner as far as what the dates look like. But somewhere within 90 days is what you're looking for. Just a reminder, we offer our homes all rent to own, not straight rent. So we're looking. So yeah, that's just to clarify once again, because the most of your people are going to be people that are looking to rent, okay? And I make this clear, even after they watch the video, I still mention it. And then I confirm that they watched the video. Thanks for doing that. Usually we're a good fit for someone who's self-employed or have credit issues, and that's why they're unable to get it pre-approved. So can you tell me a little bit about your situation? Does that fit you? Does that sound like your story? I want to know their story. I want to know why they might be a good fit for our program, right? I'm not putting people in to fail. That's one thing when I got into this business. It's another thing, guys. In this business, there's a lot of unethical stuff I think that goes on. People don't qualify as well. All right. I'll just leave it at that. So if you're doing this, I hope you're going to do it for the right reasons, right? And yeah, so just make sure you're putting people that have a shot, right? And you only know that by getting the screening back from Paul Ritter as far as how much time they'll need to be mortgage ready, right? You also look at income, also look at the down payment that they have. You want to make sure they have a shot at getting approved within a certain amount of time, ideally 18 to 24 months, all right? Don't put people in to fail. And then what questions did they have for me? And then I make sure I confirm that they have the down payment. And right here, this is where I kind of get into it. Once they tell me their situation, they open up, right? Oh, here's what I do for work. Or I'm just like, great, and what's your current salary there? I can get into that. Or they tell me, oh, I spoke with a mortgage broker. Oh, this is why I wasn't able to qualify. Then we get into down payment. So this question here is going to open up the conversation, so you can get these two main key pieces of information. All right, hope that helps. Fill out the app. All right, so that's the script. Next is the next step forms. Here's what that looks like. All right, obviously I white it out or read it out, whatever you want to call it, the names. So here's the next step form that you're going to send to Paul Ritter, right, at My Credit Team, who's going to come back to you with a report with a mortgage ready back date. So I'm not going to get into too much detail, but you can see here the information that it has. How much do you have down? This is after they see the house. Okay, so we book a showing to go see the house. If the owner's there, I have the owner show it. The owner and I are partners, right? We're partners in the deal. So they're there to see the property. The owner's going to walk them around. But when it comes to negotiating, that's when they talk to me. Okay, I make it clear both sides. If it's vacant, we just send them to a lockbox. They show themselves. Either way, I don't show properties. I don't show up to the home. It's automated. You know, I don't show properties, so that saves time there. So yeah, here we have the names, obviously, the down payment they have, source, right, sale of home. So this means that they need to sell their home to go purchase another to put down on this one, plus a refund. And then the reason why you ask this is because you want to know when they're expecting like future payments, right? Because you can structure notes, you can structure future payments into this. They might have a certain amount down saved up now, but they might get a tax refund come April or February or March, whatever. They might have a bonus at work, right? This is where you want to get that information because this can raise their down payment to like 5%. You know what I mean? Which makes it easier for them to get the loan, and it's more money for you in your pocket. So these are good questions to ask. The monthly payment they need to stay under, why they were late, why they have credit challenge, late payments. This is actually a pretty qualified tenant buyer because it's nothing crazy. It's just late payments. They can fix that within a year or two, right? Credit. Let's see what their income. Yeah, so this is them combined. Yeah, here's their salary. So yeah, they earn about 10K a month, right? I forget what the price of this home was. I think it was somewhere around low threes, so they can definitely afford this house. Okay, so that's the next step form. The next piece here, so once you get the next step forms, then you send that to Paul Ritter at mycreditteam.com. Paul Ritter is going to send you back a report giving you a mortgage ready date as far as how much time they'll need to be mortgage ready. And then you make a decision, right? You and the seller make a decision. You and the seller, if you're doing a wholesale lease option, or if you're doing a sandwich, then you're the committee, right? It's up to you. So now you go over a buyer LOI, letter of intent, and you collect $1,000. Here's the buyer LOI. And that's just the blank of what the application looks like. Here's the buyer LOI. Maybe I shouldn't block some of this information. Did I already take? Yeah, these are okay. This is a blank one. All right. So yeah, the LOI basically these are terms that you're going to send to your attorney, who's going to draft the official lease option paperwork. Okay, and I'll show you what that looks like as well. But yeah, so I'm not going to get into too much detail, but here's where you have all the terms, right? All the terms that the buyers acknowledge, and then you collect $1,000 deposit. Then you send everything to your attorney, right? And your attorney's going to do the formal paperwork. And here's like the paperwork that the attorney would do. So this is the buyer meeting. This is when you at the buyer LOI, okay? So after they see the property, after they've submitted the application and it comes back to you, now you have a buyer meeting. Assuming you haven't met the buyers yet, because keep in mind, right, like everything has been either over the phone, via email, they saw it without you showing it because it's either through the seller or on lockbox, but eventually you want to have a meeting with them, right? Another reason why this business is local, right? You're either going to have to meet with them or someone on your team, like a buyer specialist, will be meeting with them, right? That's only when you start doing sandwich lease options. If you're doing a wholesaling lease option, you actually don't have to meet with them. And in this particular deal, I didn't meet with the buyers. The seller showed them the property, and I actually never met with them. They met with my attorney. So yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail here, guys. This video is already getting long, but here's all the paperwork. All right, here's what the paperwork looks like. This is the main one. No, I'm sorry, that's just the lead disclosure. The main one is right here. This is the bulk of it, and then the other ones are just addendums or riders. See, this is the main piece of it. All right, this is for Massachusetts. I had my attorney look at this, and he was cool with it. He made some changes, but this is the main piece. I got all this from smartrealestatecoach.com, by the way, who's also based out of my area. They do Massachusetts and Connecticut, so it's pretty easy. But for me, what you're going to want to do is take all this paperwork, assuming you use their paperwork, and take it to your attorney in your state. Make sure that it's good there. So that's the formal paperwork. You collect remaining funds, which the attorney is going to collect, right? And it makes the buyer feel more comfortable, right? They're dealing with a professional attorney here, right? This is a serious transaction. They're dealing with an attorney. It makes them feel more comfortable giving the attorney the remaining funds, right? We're talking about $15K here. You know what? You're just a stranger. Hopefully you have some good credibility. Hopefully you have a decent looking website. But think about it. I mean, who's going to give someone $15K that they've never met, right? This is why it's good to use an attorney locally. And they work for, you don't pay the attorney, guys. So the buyer pays the attorney, right? We call it a processing fee. They pay $5.95, right, for the attorney. And the attorney does the work for you, right? So you don't have to meet the buyers. You don't have to show up for the signings, right? As a real estate agent, the properties that I manage, I have to do all this. I have to set up the lease. I have to get it signed. Luckily, we use like DocuSign and Dotloop now, so it's much easier. But let the attorneys do this part, guys. It's going to make your life much easier. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Then the attorney either sends you a check or they wire you your profit, and then they move in, right? They get the keys from the seller. So nothing crazy. This is the buyer process in a nutshell, right? Obviously, I can go much deeper into each one of these, which I don't think I'm going to do. But let me know if you have any questions on this, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you're interested in what I have to say about the selling high-ticket programs, right? Because it's a much direct, easier way to get to financial independence while being able to travel, while being able to live anywhere you want. If you want to work from home, if you want to be closer to your family, you don't have to commute. I love that. I love not having to commute. Guys, I would commute. This property here was in Longmeadow. I'm in Boston, right? So that was like a 1 hour, like almost a 2 hour drive for me, to meet the seller, to put the lockbox at the property. It's like 4 hours out of my day right there, right? With no guarantees that I'll even get a deal out of this, right? So it's a lot of time I have to put in just commuting, right, with this business. In the beginning, eventually I can have a seller specialist and a buyer specialist. That was my goal, was to grow to that level. But now I don't think I'm going to focus on this anymore. So for reasons I explained in the beginning of the video. But with the high ticket and closing stuff, with the online stuff, I can do everything from home, right? And it's part-time, because what this company does is they book my calendar. They book, right now they're booking 6 appointments a day, and about half of them show up, right? About half of the people show up for the call to learn more about the program and they want to get involved or not. So that's only 3 hours, right? Each call is about 45 minutes on average, but we'll just give it an hour, right? Just looking at their application, want to get some more information on them prior to the call, so I'm prepared. So it's about an hour each call. That's only 3 hours a day, guys, right? If I'm working 3 to 4 hours a day, earning $10K a month, that leaves so much time to work on other stuff, right? Work on maybe a blog or this YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good thing, right? I think it's a good thing. I'm excited about it. So we'll see how it goes, right? So that's what I'm working on now. Let me know if you have any questions on this lease option buyer stuff. Again, this is a cool business as well. If you think it's for you, right? If you're a people person, if you don't mind being local, if you're a local person, if you're a homebody, or if you want to turn this into a $1 million business where you can scale it and then you can travel, right? But it's going to take time. It will take time, all right? And it's definitely going to enhance your skill set for sure when it comes to sales, communication, business, guys, because that is the number one skill. That is the number one skill, is sales and communication, right? You can have the greatest marketing skills in the world, which marketing is huge as well. But if you can't sell, right, over the phone or in person, then you're not going to be able to. I guess that only applies to a high-ticket program, right? If you're selling something high-ticket that needs to be sold over the phone, and if you can't sell, then you're not going to sell anything. But if you're marketing some lower-end products, like under 1,000, I guess, then I guess marketing trumps it. But sales is a great skill to have, guys. I think I don't need to convince you on that, right? But cool, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. This is starting to drag on. You can tell I haven't done one of these in a while. But I will be more consistent on the online business category of stuff, guys. You can count on that. All right. So thank you for watching. Look out for future videos. Until next time.